Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on another 90 Day Felon. And today we're getting to know Lewis. We're going to talk about his childhood, where he grew up, his likes and dislikes, favorite foods, favorite songs, all kinds of stuff, and just getting to know him more on a personal level. Okay, so let's wait, and he should be calling me any minute now. Here he is.
Hello, this is a prepaid debit call from Urconis, an inmate at the Toledo Correctional Institution. To accept call, press 0. This call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and three-way calls to communicate are strictly prohibited and a violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL. Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Tia, how you doing?
Okay. Now you're so quiet compared to what I'm used to talking to on the phone.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So, today I wanted to just start with, like how you grew up, like, are you originally from Ohio? That kind of stuff.
Okay.
So,
I was
go ahead.
Born in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're a long way from home. All right.
Yeah. Well, I was there until I think I was probably about 1 or 2. And my parents they moved up here to Ohio with my grandparents, my mom's parents. And they, Kojak just yelled over here and asked me if I was on the phone with you.
Yeah, tell him to shut his trap, man. You know what? Because I've been trying to find him a pen pal for many years. God, he's my ex-husband for a reason.
Oh, Lord.
Jeez. So did you have a big family, or did you have like brothers and sisters, or?
Well, I have one blood sibling. It's my sister. Her name is Natasha. My mom and my dad, they were together till I was probably about 6 when they divorced. But we moved around a lot when I was younger back then. And we moved to Ohio, and we just moved from like city to city. It was like we were in Worcester, we were in Apple Creek, we were in Smithville, we were in you know what I mean, just places like that. Just little places like little Amish communities and stuff. And after that, my mom and my mom and dad got divorced, and we moved to a little town called Oregon. I don't know if you ever heard of like Smucker's jelly and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's where Smucker's.
Oh wow.
That's where that's at. Is Oregon. So I moved out there with her, and me and my sister, and well, my dad was around, but my mom really kept him away. It wasn't his voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wanted to be there, but mom really wasn't feeling it because she was into some different shit at the time. She was doing drugs and didn't really want him to know about it.
Oh wow.
And, he was drinking here and there, but he wasn't really bad. You know what I mean? He got real bad after she pretty much said that he couldn't see me and my sister, so he kind of started drinking real bad.
Oh.
That's when my stepmom came along. She was.
Oh yeah, but okay. So your stepmom married your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin. That's the one that I had on TikTok last night.
Yeah. I met her through TikTok last night briefly. So, okay. Now you and your sister were still very young, or were you fairly young when your stepmom came into the picture?
Yeah, I was probably 6 or 7.
Oh wow.
My sister, she's 2 years older than me, so she's probably 8 or 9. But yeah, we were still pretty young. And she had 3 boys, Anthony, Andrew, and Joey. Joey, he's been in pretty much the whole time. I've probably spent a max of probably like a month with him my whole life.
Wow. So
he's pretty well institutional.
So your stepbrother was already like doing the prison thing.
Yeah, he was in group homes and BYS since he was 10. You know what I mean? Now he's 3 years older than me, so they got they got him in prison now. He's doing 100 to life. And he did some fucked up shit though, man. It involves a kid, and that's something that I really don't want involved in my.
Wow.
I don't want anybody to look at me like that's my. Because that's not something I want.
Yeah. So you were kind of exposed to the whole prison thing like fairly young because of your older stepbrother.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Now,
when I was about 12, my mom, I found out she was smoking crack and shit, and she'd leave me and my sister home a lot, and I had to start selling the shit to, you know what I mean, to support my sister because she was pregnant. She was 15 and she was pregnant.
Wow. So now was your sister older than you or younger? Can you hear me? Oh, she's older. So you were so you started selling drugs to support your pregnant sister and yourself.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Like my mom would pay our rent with her check every month, and she would go shopping for us. You know, she would go shopping for us once a month when we got our food stamps and shit. But she was always with her boyfriend and shit like that. And you know, I don't say that to dog my mom because
but you know,
God rest her soul, she passed away. You know, she just passed away last year, so I don't say that to dog her or nothing. You know, but
we all have our demons, Louis. Yeah, we all have our demons, you know, and
absolutely.
So it's you're just speaking the truth. You're not talking shit. You're just speaking the truth. And you know,
right.
I hear this a lot that people in prison, a lot of it starts sometimes just from like how they were raised, you know, which is sad. You know, I don't think sometimes parents realize the effect they have on their kids. You know.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, we were using drugs together, man. By the time, like hard drugs. By the time I was like 14, you know, I was into it with her, man. I was smoking crack with her, and while I was selling it, I would sell her crack so she wouldn't go buy it from somebody else. And, you know what I mean?
Isn't that sad? That's sad.
It was yeah. It was. I thought the shit was normal, though. You know what I mean? I thought it was normal when I was a kid. I didn't know. You know, I just thought everybody had to do something of their own. But I realize now that really wasn't the case.
No, but, you didn't. It sounds like you didn't really get to be a kid.
No, I really didn't, because I started getting locked up about that time too. When I was 13, I started getting locked up a lot. And if I'm being honest with you, I started getting locked up just so I could try to meet my older brother, Joey, man. That way I could, you know, the one who's been locked up, because I never really got to spend time with him, you know, and I figured since he's always in there, that might be a place where I could actually meet him and get to talk to him. And I mean, a couple years down the road, that's actually what happened. I ended up meeting him, like actually getting to know him, and while we were in the juvenile hall, and you know, it's just you know how it goes, man. It's just the process, the cycle continued throughout my life, pretty much, in and out. Since the kids, petty shit, you know what I mean? Like 30 days here, 90 days there.
Right.
Mostly like drug cases or probation violations and shit like that. It's mostly like stuff like that, or like simple assaults, you know what I mean? Shit like that. And then when I got older, it was a lot of county jail time, and I went to prison the first time for selling drugs.
Ugh. Well, you know what, Louis, let's do this. So on TikTok, it only gives me 10 minutes. And believe it or not, we've almost talked 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to have you hang up, give me a minute, and then call me back, and we're going to get into like some other stuff, like some good stuff, like, you know, some things that more personal about you, like what you like and this and that. So go ahead and give me a call right back, and we'll go on to part 2 of your life.
Alrighty.
Okay, call me right back.
I can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.